A 75-year-old man is walking through the woods and he sees a frog. He picks it up and he puts it in his pocket. And the frog says, I'm not a frog. I am a beautiful woman. Just kiss me and you'll see. And he keeps walking. She says, I'm also an nymphomaniac and I'm ageless, so I will love you and look beautiful and have sex with you for as long as you live. And he keeps walking. She said, can you hear me? He said, I hear you, but at my age, I'd rather have a talking frog. A 60-year-old couple have been married 30 years, and they're having an anniversary, and they're walking along the beach, and they see a little genie lamp. So for fun, they rub it, and out comes a genie. And the genie said, I'm an anniversary genie, which means you each get one wish. So they say to the wife, what would you like? She goes, I would like a round-the-world cruise on the Queen Mary with my husband. And boom, she's got the tickets in her hands. And then they said to the husband, what would you like for your anniversary? He said, I'd like a wife that's 30 years younger. And boom, just like that, he turned 90. A prostitute goes up to an elderly man. She said, I'll do whatever you want for 50 bucks. He said, great, paint my house. The nurse goes into a bag. She takes out a pen to write out a check, but instead she pulls out her rectal thermometer. She said, great, some asshole's got my pen. A woman goes into a senior citizen meeting. She said, this is for the men in the room. If any of you can guess what I have in the palm of my hand, I will have sex with you. A wise guy in the back said, is it an elephant? She said, close enough. Two women are sitting down and they're in a bar and they look across and they see another two women who look to be about 20 years older, also having drinks. So the one sister looks at the other and says, oh my God, she says, Muriel, you see those two old ladies over there? In 20 years, that'll be us. She said, you're a moron, that's a mirror. Father O'Malley gets a visit from the bishop. The bishop says, O'Malley, I need you to go to Fairbanks, Alaska for me for 2 years. So O'Malley doesn't want to go, but he ends up going. And about a year into it, the bishop says to his secretary, get me a ticket and get me up to Fairbanks. I stuck O'Malley up there and want to see how he's doing. So she goes up and he says, so, Father O'Malley, how has it been? He says, Bishop, I got to be honest with you. It's horrible. It's cold. No one comes to Mass. There's snow everywhere. He said, to be honest with you, I never would have made it if it hadn't been for my rosary and my martinis. He said, speaking of martinis, would you like one? And the bishop said, you know, I think I would. He said, great. Rosary, get the bishop a martini. Blonde walks into a bar, and the 6 o'clock news is just about to come on. And it opens with a guy ready to jump off a building. And the guy next to her says, I'll bet you 10 bucks he jumps. And she said, I'll bet you 10 bucks he doesn't. And then the guy jumped. And she said, fair is fair. She got out a $10 bill. She said, there you go. He said, I can't take that. He said, to tell you the truth, I saw this. It was on the 5 o'clock news. So I knew he was going to jump. I knew he was going to jump. And she said, I saw the 5 o'clock news too, but I didn't think he'd do it again. A nurse goes into a hospital room and she sees her patient and he's screaming at her and he says, are my testicles black? Are my testicles black? And she said, Mr. Smelly, you had an operation on your ankle. Your testicles are fine. And he says, my testicles black. So she lifts up the covers because nurses are so nice. And she lifts up his penis and looks at the things. And she said, testicles, puts everything back. She said, Mr. Smedley, as I said, your testicles are fine. And with that, he took his oxygen mask off. He said, that was very nice. But what I said were, are my test results back? The final joke of the evening.
No! Don't do it!
The second to last joke of the night. A man on an airplane, and he's had this woman next to him, and she sneezes, and when she does, she kind of convulses a little bit. And he thought it was odd, but he ignored it. And then she sneezes again, and when she does, she shudders. And he said, I don't know what is going on with this woman. Finally, third time, she convulses and almost falls out of her seat. You know, she's like, sneezes. So he says, Madam, I don't mean to intrude, but I can't help noticing. Every time you sneeze, you seem to be having a terrible time of it. She said, I know I have a very rare condition. You see, every time I sneeze, I have an orgasm. He said, my God, what are you taking for that? She said, pepper. So Patrick O'Connor goes to the local pub, and it's toast night. He gets up in front of the lads and he says, I was just spending the rest of me life in between the legs of me wife. And the place goes nuts, and he wins the toast contest. And he stays out drinking with the lads all night till 4 in the morning, and he gets home, and Colleen says, Patrick O'Connor, why are you getting home so goddamn late? He said, because it was toast night at the pub, and I won making a toast about you. She said, you big fool. What did you say? He said, I got in front of the lads and I said, I was just spending the rest of my life sitting in church beside me wife. She said, Patrick, that's lovely. That's lovely. So the next day she's in town, she runs into one of the lads, and he says, oh, you know, Colleen, Patrick made a toast about you last night. She said, you know, he told me, and it's the oddest thing, because he's only been there for twice, and both times I had to pull him by the ears just to get him to comb. Final joke of the night. An Irishman walks out of a bar. It could happen.